I've never been above water in the saltwater district before. Never had any reason to. The only thing of any note up here is the docks. Maybe if you squint and light hits them right, you can make out a couple factories and refineries in the distance, way out of town. The saltwater district houses the highest concentration of aquatic species, so most of the social scene is underwater. Lots of touristy places and bars. The red light district's probably one of the biggest draws. Above water, it's different. Tall, thin buildings cast long shadows and form a labyrinthine web of narrow alleyways and dead-end roads. Half-lit neon signs advertise to no one. The fog isn't making it any better. This be where you found him? Aye, Captain. I found him floating down there. He points to the canal. Do you think they'll attack again? They be bound to once they see Ishmael's accident hasn't made us give up our claim on the territory. Just a matter of when. By the way, are you sure about... Sure about what, lad? I don't know. Not doing any crime? I made a promise, lad. I be a man of me word, and I worry about me crew besides. What of you? All that talk of... His voice softens to a whisper. Haven't died before. I fell from a skyscraper while we were fighting Kamo. Awful way to go. I woke up in this strange place, where a voice told me it needed me alive. Next thing I knew, I was on the skyscraper again, right before I fell. It was weird. I inspect his face for any sign of derision. Voice aside, that be sounding similar to what happened to Ishmael. I was thinking the same thing. Except this time didn't, rewind. Might be you just be that important. Or it'd be harder to come back when you be splattered all over the pavement, so far from where you need to be. Maybe. You don't think I'm crazy? After today, I'd believe anything. Seeing Ishmael alive again, for whatever reason God may have had to bring him back to us, was wonderful, but... But? It also made me wonder if Hound might have the right of it. Maybe it is time to fold up the old Jolly Roger and make an honest living. I don't want to put me crew in any more danger. I be all they have, and they be all I have as well. Polly! Captain? Tell me, in all our years operating the syndicate, how many members have we lost? Do me tonsils count? No. Well, if we be counting everyone still under lock and key in the city brig. I mean truly lost, you dolt. Then not. Until today. Until today. I think I understand what you're saying, Captain. When I saw Ishmael like that, I didn't know what to do with myself. I felt like I'd lost a part of me that I didn't know I had. You guys seem a lot closer than you let on. 'Twas me who recruited him. He was just a simple wayward freebooter. Freebooter? What's a freebooter? Had nothing to his name. Stuck holding up stores. Funny, that's how I met him too. Under me tutelage, he changed. He grew. What Polly means to say is that we found him causing a ruckus in our territory and figured we'd have less trouble on our hands if we took him in. The rest is all true, though. The lad didn't have the best childhood. I just saw myself in him, I guess. Sure, lad. And on top of him, and under him. Hey! That's actually really sweet. Didn't think you had it in you, frankly. Me name's not Frankly, and I haven't had anything in me. Point being, I don't want to go through that ever again. Neither do I. And you were right. This be bigger than just me crew. Entire town could be in danger if we don't solve this. Have you ever dealt with rivals before? Once or twice. Usually ran off real fast like once they saw me. You do leave quite the impression. As do ye. What? This is just how heroes dress, right, Spot? No comment. Oh, please. Who created the blueprints for his own outfit, Guilty as charged. Under no small amount of duress. Why is the uniform so tight, though? It's comfortable and easy to move around in. Very breathable, too. Really? Because it looks like it'd ride right up me crow's nest, so to speak. I don't have that problem, I think. Spot, do you know what he means by his crow's nest? I'd ask Milo, but I don't think he'd appreciate it. Boy, do I. Couldn't say. Maybe you'll have to figure it out for yourself sometime, eh, Don Hound? I see that cute little tail a-waggin'. Don't you worry. Your secret's safe with me. Secret? What secret? I don't know what you're talking about. And my tail certainly isn't cute. Spot, is my tail cute? I feel like that's a trick question, sir. Did you guys hear that? I did. It seems to be coming from that alley over there. The boss gestures for me to follow. Polly and Ahab stay close to a nearby streetlight. I don't like what I'm feeling. The sound of my own heart beating in my chest almost drowns out the muted shuffling around us. My hackles rise. There's movement in the shadows. I can't see them. I can barely hear them. But the smell. Blood. Please tell me I'm not the only one who's sick to my stomach. What be this? An ambush! I hear my earpiece crackle, but it produces no sound other than garbled static. They've been lying in wait, the scoundrels. They're jamming our systems. Raven 3. The line's dead. I try to focus, see if I can make out a shape in the dark alleyway. Spot! Before I can even react, the boss yanks me to the side, narrowly helping me avoid a direct attack from above. Whoa, that was close. I hear something just up above on a low rooftop and can barely make out the outline of a figure. You're quite nimble to dodge that, I'll give you that. The voice sounds almost miserably disappointed. Neither of us sees the next attack coming. Someone, or something, sweeps our legs and we hit the concrete. Easy prey. I like easy prey. The voice is like gravel. Or there are multiple voices here? That's rude to just... Show off. The smell of blood intensifies and I scramble back to my feet. Intensifies. Something slithers towards me. I aim a grappling gun at it, but it vanishes before I can even shoot. My eyes instinctively try to track it, to no avail. Having trouble keeping up, gentlemen? The voice on the rooftop again. Cowards! Show yourselves! As you wish. I turn around as quick as I can and jab. My hand gets caught and I can finally tell what we're dealing with. His features are shrouded, but it's a leech. Next thing I know, I'm on the ground, the boss next to me. That hurt. Ugh. Lads! In the confusion, I hear Ahab bouldering over to us, but the leech has disappeared into the shadows again. What are you? His companion moves in closer, his features becoming marginally less obscured. A finch, if I had to guess. I can feel the leech hiding close by, just out of sight. Alright, let's see. State your business. You're trespassing on our turf, dirty dogs. Behind me, Ahab stirs. Your turf? These waters belong to the Saltwater Syndicate, and you best remember that. He takes a few aggressive steps forward, the street tiles barely holding together under his weight. Polly puffs up his chest and joins him. Be ye the ones who took down Ishmael? The finch takes a bow, not looking at any of us. No, it couldn't be. A flash and a thick cloud of smoke cuts off Ahab's reply. I assume a combat position out of instinct, covering my muzzle with an elbow to avoid breathing it in. Judging by the coughing fits near me, Raoul and Polly weren't quite as quick. When the smoke dissipates, a woman's standing in front of us. Her dress would make even royalty look plain in comparison. And despite all that extravagance, I can't read any emotion in her eyes. My, such bravery. A rousing applause is in order, though I haven't the hands to give you one with. I would have thought after what transpired last night, no one would dare to venture out into the streets again, much less seek us out. I'd commend you, but I don't want it to go to your head. That's where the juiciest blood is, and it does taste so much better without the hubris. Camellia. You know her? Who be this, Cap'n? Ahab doesn't pay attention, doesn't pay either of us any mind. I should have known you'd be back to bite me in the arse at some point. You the one who got Ishmael? Ishmael? I'm sorry, my sweet, but you know I'm quite awful when it comes to names. Flavors, on the other hand, are a different story. Barracuda's was rather plain. I wonder if yours will be any different. Who are you? And why are you attacking the citizens of Shippersburg? My, quite the direct one, aren't you? I suppose Ahab hasn't told you. How very like him. Not the best team player. I'd enlighten you, but alas, I am not in the mood for idle conversation before dinner. If you value your lives, you will run with those tails between your legs. My business is with him. I'm sorry for making you wait, my dear. Know that I always intended to come for you. I've just been oh so busy, but now I wish for nothing more than to reconnect with you. The rest of the city can wait. It'll fall soon enough. I tense up as her wings beat with an intent to end things right here and now. Raoul moves in immediately. All right, team. Battle positions. Defensive formation. Yes, sir. After all my training, my instincts have started to become honed. I move next to the boss to cover his flank. What be ye on about? I be in charge of this operation, Hound. Though I think our temporary companions might disagree on our respective roles. Camellia readies herself to attack, though Raoul's attention is focused on Ahab. No. We all agreed that we would be taking point.
If you think your feeble tactics will make a difference against me, you are sadly mistaken.
Incoming! A shrill buzz cuts through the air as our adversary darts right at us. She's fast. Rule and I prepare to defend, but she swoops to our exposed left and attempts to sweep the boss's leg. I don't think so. He reacts quickly and jumps up while I reach for my grappling gun. I've barely even aimed it in her direction when she pivots on her heel after missing her attack. A spinning back kick hits Raoul, who barely manages to get his arms up in time. He's sent barreling directly into me. The world tumbles around us before we hit the cold, hard ground. Ooh! What the heck was that? Camellia lands lightly on her feet and lets out a sinister laugh.
Oh, Shippersburg is in trouble if that's the best you can do.
Polly and Ahab exchange a worried look.
Looks like it'd be up to us, Captain.
Aye. Let's show her who rules these seas. Wait! Don't do anything reckless. She's... Ahab thunders ahead at Camellia, his massive stride all but cracking the asphalt underfoot. She turns sideways, each movement elegant, as if she's preparing to dance. I pull Raoul up. We'll need to work together to take her down. Come on. Ahab winds up for a massive punch, one I've been hit by before. It's over if he can land a clean hit. The blow sends a shockwave rippling through the air. Even Polly stops in his tracks and watches it on in awe. I flinch and can't help but blink. When I focus back on them, they're both still standing. How did you manage to? He grunts as he tries to push through. A soft chuckle. She's caught Ahab's massive fist between two of her arms.
All these years, and you still leave the same openings. Captain! You should know I make it a point to study my prey, dearest Ahab. Unfortunately, it does not seem like you took the same precaution. Allow me, then, to enlighten you.
Before any of us can register what's happening, she lifts Ahab off his feet. She twirls lazily and releases him in our direction. It's all happening so fast, Rule and I have barely even gotten back up. Spot! Polly! The three of us manage to catch Ahab. I'm reconsidering my earlier longing to be crushed by him. I was trying to warn you. There's something off about her. Her strength is unreal. What if she really is a... It makes no matter what she is. We need to take her down.
Oh, if you think you can turn things around that easily, think again.
She charges, her spear-like proboscis aimed right at us. Damn it! There's no way we can dodge like this. No! I flinch and close my eyes, praying for a miracle. What? Can't have you dying on me here, lads. Ahab!
Captain! Well, aren't you turning out to be more chivalrous than I remember? A shame, too. I was hoping to savor you like the old days. She jumps back, observing Ahab with a look that's almost disappointment. I huddle down close to Ahab, trying to get him up, but he's gravely injured. And Polly rushes over to us, all but knocking me aside as he holds onto Ahab with everything he has. I'll make him pay for this! Tears are streaming down his face. Polly, wait! I grab him by the elbow, and the look he shoots me is pure venom. I don't think we can win this. Ahab won't last. We need to get him out somehow. Camelia's henchmen emerge, advancing with slow, quiet steps. I suppose that's all the excitement we can expect out of them. Our game needn't be over. I was rather looking forward to hunting you down, my dear Ahab. Go on then, run. I do enjoy a moving target. Yes. Polly wastes no time as he drops a smoke bomb. Next to me, Raoul grumbles through gritted teeth. Let's go, now! There's the slightest hesitation in his step. He doesn't want to run away. I can't say I blame him. The three of us carry Ahab, heading towards the Sweetwater district. It's slow going, and I anxiously look back every few steps to make sure we're not being followed. It doesn't take long for that sickening feeling in my stomach to return. Shit, you feel that? Darn it! Hold on to Cap'n for me. I'll buy us some time. Don't be a fool, Polly. You're no match for them. I'll not let them take him. I swear on me life. Cover your ears and go. Oh, what are you? Off with ye, hounds! I nod at Raoul and we press on, rounding the nearest corner. God, I hope Polly's gonna be okay. What the heck is he planning to do? Just then, I get my answer.
No, I'm not gonna scream like like a high pitched scream. Fucking out of focus again. Why does it not stay focused? It's a sound so shrill I can just about feel my eardrums rupturing, and I'm thankful my mask muffles some of it. The boss and I stumble. Polly catches up with us moments later, breathing heavily, and looking like he saw a ghost. Slowed him down, I did. Should buy us some time. I don't think they'll be stunned for long, though. An idea creeps into the back of my mind, but I'm hoping against hope, to be honest. Dawnhound, where's the nearest slide? You mean? He mumbles, stunned. We need to get him medical attention, fast. He's losing a lot of blood. My earpiece finally crackles again. It's still a little garbled, but I can make out Milo's voice again, at least. Communications were cut. What transpired? They ambushed us. Ahab is wounded badly. He's been, stabbed. I can provide medical attention, but you need to act fast. Can you tell us where the nearest slide is? Nearest location should be at location you know well. Mrs. De Bruyne's store. Then that's where we'll go. Polly, help us carry him. But... Listen to, Polly. Hey, quiet, okay? Save your strength. Ahab coughs, leaving a red stain on the pavement. I assume he agrees. Polly seems to hesitate for a moment longer before adding his strength to ours. Even with the three of us, Ahab is heavy. At this rate, my shoulders might give out before we even get there. Are they still on our tail? Hard to tell. Let's just assume the worst. My eyes are drawn down every alley, every moving shadow, even my own. It makes my heartbeat race faster.
Polly guides us through streets that seem to get narrower at every turn, forcing us to take different positions to carry Ahab in. When I finally see the building, I feel such a sense of relief that my shoulders and legs stop screaming for the shortest of moments. Get in! Get in! We rush across the street, every breath stinging my throat until we burst through the door. Mrs. De Bruyne standing behind the counter. I hear her counting the money in the register before her tiny eyes snap in our direction, becoming big black beads. Heavens above, what has happened? We got into a fight. He's hurt bad. We need to access your back room to get him to safety. Remember the hatch I installed? Of course. I'll open the door for you. She walks us over to the scratched door in the back that I've never seen open before, behind all the knickknacks and 50 different sauces. Thank you for leaving my window in one piece this time. Listen, there are bad people outside looking for us. I suggest locking up your store and closing your curtains. Don't open the door, no matter what. I'll be all right, dear. I have dealt with worse. Get Mr. Ahab some help. When we enter, she closes it again. I hear a key slide in the lock, and once it clicks shut, I feel like I can breathe again, though my eyes take a moment to adjust to the dark. Milo, we're on location. We're about to send Ahab down. I have prepared the base for his arrival. Something clicks, and I see a large garbage bin in the corner slide out of place. There's nothing but a seemingly bottomless void below, a fact even Ahab in his state seems to frown at. What in the hells? Be this safe. It is. All right. We gently lower Ahab down onto the edge of the slide. He closes his big blue eyes and, with a gentle push, gently slides down. I don't hear him scream. I don't hear anything. It's eerie. We wait for a second, looking at each other. He has arrived. You may come down now. For once, the fear that usually grips me when I stare down at one of these things is absent. Raoul voices my thoughts before I can. I hope he's all right. There's a tremble in his words. The same tremble I heard when we were at the nursing home. That's Raoul talking, not the Dawn Hound. Milo's gonna do everything he can. I can't tell whether I'm trying to reassure him or myself. While it's as steep and fast a drop as always, every moment spent in this darkness lasts an eternity. Nothing but the sound of fabric against metal. Maybe it's because I've been out in the dark for so long, but the light in headquarters is unnaturally bright. Behind me, Polly curses in a way I'm not sure Ahab would like very much if he were conscious. The big whale himself is laid out in front of the slide mat. Milo and Basil knelt beside him. Blood's completely soaked through his shirt. His breathing's coarse and his eyes are closed. Tell me what happened during fight. I could only hear static. He took a bad hit. Our adversary was strong. Strong? Yeah, unnaturally so. She dismantled Ahab like it was nothing before turning her sights on us. And he took a blow for us. One that might have done us in, as much as I hate to admit it. Please help him, Milo. We owe it to him. I understand. We will do what we can. Basil! Right away, Mr. Drozdov. Basil's vines slither out from the other end of the room, wrapping themselves around Ahab's body. He recoils, but has little strength to resist. What the? He's... Oof.
rather heavy.
What you be trying to do to the captain? You said this was safe.
Basil's not going to do anything to hurt him. You have my word, my feathered friend. What must be a dozen thick vines cradle and carrying him to the training room. I guess it's really the only place we have big enough to hold him. What about you, Hound? Duskhound? Any injuries? We'll live. Thanks to Ahab. We wouldn't be here without him. Rule's voice trembles.
The captain always takes care of his own.
I'm starting to see that now. In the training room, Basil directs the vines to gently set the large whale down on the floor, and Milo kneels next to him. Can you hear me, Mr. Ahab? I do. I'm going to attempt to save you and stop bleeding. Do you trust me? Aye. Okay. Basil, I ask that you hold Mr. Ahab steady while I perform procedure. He may struggle. Struggle? Basil looks down at the heaving whale. I'm not sure I can keep a person this large in place, sir. I'll try and be on me best behavior. I am sure you will. I must ask rest of you to leave. Procedure will require steady hand and concentration.
But can you do it? Can you save him?
We shall see. I felt like a good end scene, maybe? Yeah. I don't know how long this one is, so I don't know where to cut episodes. But my throat's starting to hurt. Too many gravelly voices. Anyway. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. I hope you see you next time. Bye!